Alright everybody, back for another video of Pinehome with Grandpa Gamer. This video is going to be going over some major changes I did after my last video. In the last video we built this high density area here, brought the highway through, but I didn't like the way this actually went with this intersection. The toll booth ended up way too close up here than what I wanted. I wanted it back here in this area. So I also wanted to condense the oil field down some. I ended up going right up to the edge of the map, which I'm trying to avoid. Also had some increase in train traffic when I put in the port. And I want to rework this area and set this hub, public transit hub, up a little better. I want to redo these intersections. Also have a lot of traffic down here, as you can see. This little road is not working, so this needs to get reworked. Also shrinking this ore field, ore mining area here down some. So reworking a lot of the railroad, the intersection, getting rid of this high density that we threw in here to build our population up. I'm going to just back off and wait to hit the last milestone. So what I'm going to do is set this up. This is how it looks right now. And then what I'll do is jump over to the new city and show you what everything looks like now, and then I'll go over all the changes that I made. Alright, so as you can see, the direction and the pathway is pretty much the same for the highways. It's just the interchanges and stuff were done differently. So we'll start over here. Reworked some of the port area here. Added in some rail. Looks more like a rail yard now. Consolidated this down a little bit over here with the oil field. Moved the fuel refinery down on this end and kind of brought the trees through. So if you look without the line on, you can't really see that's the edge of the map. We also have almost all of our factories are in at this point. I wanted to get them in and get the road layouts a little more established. So, as you can see here, right as you come in, there's an interchange that comes to the freeway, and then the toll booth is right here. The freeway also starts to snake around where our big ore pit will be. So coming back to the highway here, it comes through. We redid this high density area. This area here is all level 1. So it's the lower, just like we did over here. And then this took a long time. It's level 2s and level 3s, kind of a mix. And then I did an area like right here where I attempted to spawn in all the same type of building, and it pretty much all has the same, that teal green color, so it kind of looks like a big apartment complex. Little things like that. It takes forever. You got to spawn in and you got to wait for it to upgrade and then determine if you want to keep it or go to the next level. So we've got all that built in. As you can see, the interchange here is pretty much the same as it was. It's just tweaked a little bit. We've got all our highways, our bike highways and everything still in and working. Here we've redone this intersection completely. It used to be just too simplistic. It just didn't have good flow. So we kind of redid that. Then it comes around here, comes down here to this interchange. This one was added in to make this a little smoother. This here's the interchange for the town down here on this end, the west side of the town. We also have an interchange for the airport and an interchange here. Now, once I figure out where I'm putting the airport and where the entrance is going to be, this interchange may or may not stay. It may get incorporated with this interchange. I don't know. Until I get the airports unlocked, we won't have that. And then this comes around here where we'll have another little town. We're just going to build maybe 1 or 2 towns out here, maybe 2 or 3 towns out here, just small little towns. Little ones with one stoplight town. So, and you can see this was shrunk down quite a bit since it's just a small oil field. Got our rigs, offshore rigs there. We also got a couple factories here. Small time factories just kind of for the area down here. We redid the ore area here. It's much more condensed. And the trees have filled back in around the area. I still have to go through this and do some more changes. I started down here with this commercial area. As you can see, it's now more of a small town commercial area rather than the giant buildings that we did have. So like over here, we have this. Now this is more of the super downtown around the hospital, so I didn't mind having some of this. But I'm still going to come back and get rid of some of it. Here's our hub area here. You can see we've got the tram, or the train, monorail, subway, metro line here. This is where the only one that's allowed to have intercity traffic. We've got a small tram going through here and going out and over. And then our passenger trains go throughout the city from this 12 interchange here. We redid this area here. We just added a few more curls to it to get the train traffic to be a little smoother, give access to all the directions. So for some reason, I'm getting passenger trains from the other city off that way, but I'm getting 0 train traffic from that way or that way with passenger trains. No matter what I do with no matter how many I put in as far as train stations go, I get no train traffic from those 2 directions as far as passenger trains. I get cargo trains, but no passenger trains. So it's a little weird. Maybe once the city builds up more, it'll start sending them. Or it could be just something that's messed up on this map. I don't know. Or something I screwed up that I don't realize I screwed up. So I don't know. Alright, so we got you see we got our little tram line going in here. But we have everything over here. Forgot to mention that. The bus depot, the tram depot, taxi depot. All that stuff is here, along with the road maintenance crew. All that stuff is built into here. And then we'll eventually be running the lines out to the different areas of the city. What else did we do here? Another view at the shipyard. It's working pretty well, I think. Over here we've got our factories built in over here. Probably get moved around a little more after I do the ports. That's going to be the next thing. I'm going to build some ports over here. I want 3 ports built up here. And you see the train line coming through here, down by the college. My plan is to create an island out here for a rail interchange. So we're going to create a line out here, an island out here, that'll allow us to keep the train going that way and also turn it and have an interchange where the traffic can come down here for these shipyards that we're going to have down here. Our college did hit level 5. It is maxed out. So we went through and reworked the whole thing. Reset it up with just enough room for students and stuff that we could keep this college going, keep it at level 5, and meet the population until we can build the other 2 colleges. So, did some high density housing here, and again, it took hours to get it to spawn matching buildings where I wanted them, especially these last 2 out on the edge here, because I spent like 3 hours before I realized one was 3x4, and one I had missed the last row, so it was only 3x3. So they wouldn't spawn the same building when they went to the 3rd stage. They were only going to the 2nd stage and they were the same, but then they wouldn't go to the 3rd stage and be the same. And I finally realized that, and so I had to spend another couple hours waiting for them to respawn again after I fixed the problem. So I think this area looks kind of nice. Definitely has an industrial residential mixed feel. We've cut some of this back over here. We're going to do a lot more picking and choosing as we come through here. We brought this green belt in. A lot of tree lines through here, letting this grow in. We're going to work that all the way down this whole section. It's just very time consuming detailing like that. Let's have some spread out houses out here. Like 10 houses total in this whole area. Do a little more housing out here. And probably just leave this all trees around here. But you can see kind of what I'm looking to do with those smaller housing areas is this right here. We just put in a lot of 1-2 tile housing. So they just grow small. All they have is high school or elementary school access out here. So this area won't level up very much at all. So that's the new city, as you can see. I'm going to go ahead and end this with a nighttime view, and we'll let that go. Alright, everybody, thank you for watching. I look forward to the next episode when we're going to be building that island for the railroad interchange across the river. I will see you next time. Enjoy city skylines. Have fun building your own cities. And I hope maybe I might have inspired someone to do a crazy intersection somewhere along the line. So we will see you next time. Thank you very much.